Everybody, how you doing?
Now we have one at home, but I always had trouble making ice cream.
Oh, okay.
Ice cream yet?
You know what? I just made a smoothie, and what that means is that I make ice cream next. So I would have made ice cream for you either way, but it just so happens that that's exactly what I should be doing next. So, so what kind of ice cream are you trying to make?
It's like chocolate or strawberry, whatever.
Okay, and let's just do it.
There's got to be a trick to it that we're not.
You know, it's not really a trick, but there is a technique. We have some more creamer in here, probably. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So here's the deal. I'm going to use this creamer. Now, the creamer makes an absolutely wonderful ice cream. You can use real milk and vanilla extract. It comes out pretty much the same. You can use almond milk and vanilla extract. It comes out pretty much the same. But this is kind of ready-made with the vanilla and everything in it, and it does make a nice ice cream. And to folks who say, yeah, it's not all that healthy. Well, it's not that healthy, this particular cream, but it's not all that healthy. If you actually read the ingredients, it's palm oil and cane sugar. I'm only using a little bit. I'm going to make a whole carton of ice cream. So it makes a spectacular ice cream. I would recommend it, but if you don't want to use that, almond milk, real milk, whatever you want to use will work. Load up on the vanilla extract, though, because that really makes a difference in the flavor, even if you're making chocolate. The vanilla helps the chocolate, too. So I actually have some Swiss Miss. So if you want to do chocolate, I haven't done any chocolate today. I usually make spinach and avocado. The spinach and avocado ice cream comes out green, just tastes like vanilla ice cream. And I'm basically going to make it right now, except that I'm going to put cocoa powder in. I call it chocolate avocado spinachino, because I'm also going to use a little avocado in it. But I'll show you the technique, and it's really quite simple. Let's see, do I have avocado already open somewhere? No, I do not. Let's open an avocado.
Do you need to put the avocado in?
No, everything's optional. The only thing that's not optional, enough liquid to cover the blade and a lot of something frozen. It can be ice or frozen fruits. If you just use ice and the cream, it's basically just vanilla with nothing added to it.
So I can use like frozen strawberries.
Frozen strawberries are excellent, right.
The frozen strawberries, when she makes it, it has seeds still.
So I'll show you the best way to do it. I can,
For some reason, the seeds don't.
so I ended up making the chocolate. The strawberries, if I put strawberries in right now, it's going to be strawberry chocolate. I don't know how that sounds to you. Yeah. But chocolate strawberries, yeah.
Good, eh?
Sounds okay. Okay, well, I'll tell you what. If it sounds good to you, I'll put some in. That way you can see the seeds. Now, mine aren't frozen, so I'm going to have to use ice. But you do it the same way. So let's just throw some strawberries in there, too. And are you using ice and frozen strawberries or just frozen strawberries?
Ice
Send
and
both, yeah.
Okay, you can do it either way. You just have to have enough ice to make it nice and thick.
And you can use the strawberries when they start getting wilted and soft.
Oh, yeah.
I know that's what you said last year.
Yeah, the amount
Your vegetables are starting to get bad.
throw them in. Yeah, that's the best. That's the best way to get rid of them, right? Don't throw them away. Throw them in your Vitamix. So, what I'm going to do is first draw your attention to the fact that I covered the blades with my liquid, and I got quite a bit of ice. Now I could use more ice. If I use more ice, matter of fact, I think I will use just a little bit more. It's going to be a little thicker. Less ice is going to be more like a sorbet, more ice, more like an ice cream. And just put that over here. So, what do you have any presets on yours or anything like that?
We got it last year.
year.
Okay, so it's got the taller, thin container. Okay, so that's good. That makes a nice ice cream. You're going to start on 1 or 2. Just start on a very slow speed. Doesn't matter exactly how slow, but about 1 or 2, anything, and just chop it up good. So while it's still on the slow speed, just kind of do that. Then once that's kind of done, then you just start slowly speeding it up. And what will happen is about halfway up the dial, you can get halfway up without worrying too much about it, but about halfway up, it's going to really start blending around the tamper stick.
Grinding up. That's why it's hard to do thick.
It might be, and if that's the case, all you got to do, be very slow and diligent with it, and you'll see how it's right now it's starting, you can see how that's starting to blend. Now yours has the tall, thin one. So in your case, you're just going to keep doing the same thing, very nice and slow, but once it starts blending, you can take your tamper stick out. But I leave it in. You can do it either way. You can leave it in, take it out. But just make sure that it's very slow. If you get it all the way up to the top and it sounds like it's just spinning and it's not blending anymore, slow it back down. Do it again. If you're still getting some seeds or whatever, start it over. Just keep doing it. Eventually, you're going to get it completely smooth. Now this one, because I put those strawberries in there, they're nice and juicy. I added to my liquid, so it's going to still be a little less thick than I would have necessarily liked. But that's basically what you do. It's a slow, steady build-up of speed. Use your tamper stick very aggressively. If it stops blending, slow it down again.
You put it on full speed, right?
Yeah, so you need to do a slow, steady. If you build it up too quick, it's just going to sit there. Everything goes to the side. It just spins. Nothing happens. So that slow build up. And if you get it up there and you notice that's happening again, slow it down, start it over. Just poke it with the tamper stick. But it should end up like that. And you know, it's like a lot of other activities in life. Once you do it right the first time, you just have a feel for it. After that, you'll never do it wrong again. Sometimes it's just hard to get the feel for exactly what's going on there. But what is going on is as the motor speeds up, the tendency is for when it gets really thick like that, it just carves out a little nice space for itself and it just sits there and spins and nothing's happening. So the combination of the tamper stick and that slow buildup of speed just keeps it bringing it down.
He's always having me add more liquid to it.
Well, you can always do that, and you can kind of experiment, but
If I turn it down and turn it back down again and then back up again.
yeah, that usually gets it moving. If it just can't, if all else fails, then add more liquid and get it moving that way. I'm kind of anxious to try this one myself. I don't think I've ever done this.
Can you use yogurt?
Oh yeah.
Make ice cream?
Make frozen yogurts. Yeah. Yogurt is a great first, rather than the creamer, put in your yogurt. You're going to want to use, like regular yogurt and use that as your liquid, cover the blades, put in your frozen fruits, and you got great frozen yogurt. And you can always add more. So let's say you put in your yogurt and you put in your frozen fruits, put in a little less than you think. As it's doing, if it's just spinning around, it looks like it's going to come out like a smoothie, add more. You can always add more.
Take them for making the ice cream.
There you go. Try that. It's actually pretty good. Not getting a lot of strawberry. So, if you did it with frozen strawberries, you can add more strawberries. The fresh strawberries you can add too. They're just juicier, so I'd use less cream and more strawberries if I was trying to really taste the strawberries. Yeah, strawberry, chocolate, and avocado. So it's chocolate-covered strawberry avocado ice cream. It's delicious. Yeah, avocado basically doesn't have flavor; it just has creaminess. So you add avocado, it makes it creamier.
Now, if you're making soup, like I know you make the tortilla soup, but all the soups are liquid, can you add meat to it and then cook it, like mix it in there, or what?
Yeah, cook the meat, like a cooked chicken.
Yeah, like if I cooked hamburger in there and did a hamburger tortilla soup.
Yeah, absolutely. Just put it.
But I always cook it and pour it, and then I put the meat separate and it goes to the pot.
Right, do it. So what you do is you do it, get the soup all done, and then turn it off. Then add your meat at the end, and just do it on a really slow speed, and it'll just kind of work it through.
Still put the meat in there.
Yeah, and
I never do that. I always put the meat separate.
So yeah, you can just put it in at the end and just turn it on a really slow speed to let it all sort of flow in there and blend together. And that'll work really nicely.
And it won't chop it up and make it like.
Yeah, well, if you run it on too fast a speed, then it'll chop it up. The speed controls the texture. So on a slow speed, it's not going to. I'll show you. I'll do some soup, but I'll show you the chopping first. And do a quick cleanup. And I was going to show them the chopping. So, oh, I can do it. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Let me do it. Okay. Yeah, I barely made it yesterday because of the rain. So what I was going to show you is the chopping. So let's say we put in some carrot and celery. So let's just start with the carrot and celery. So if you do this on a really slow speed, you're just going to get big chunks. Now I'm running it, or you can use the pulse. The pulse, just when you push it down, it starts. As soon as you let it up, it stops.
Now is that on the old model too?
No, on yours, you would have to start it and stop it. Basically, you have to turn it on and then turn it off to do the pulsing. But you can see what I got right now, that's just kind of big chunks. It's not going to get much smaller than that on that speed. So if you're putting in your hamburger or whatever, it's going to stay big like that. If you run it on a faster speed, it's going to turn it into a smaller piece, finer. So now I've got smaller pieces. You can get all the way up to like a really fine mince by just using, slow.
Noodles and stuff you can put in it too?
Absolutely, absolutely. At the end, you can do just about anything. Now, if those were onions and peppers rather than carrots and celery, do the same thing, and you got instant salsa. Nice salsa right there. So I'll go ahead and finish the soup, and then at the end of the soup, I put in the chips and spinach, but that's where you put in your chicken or whatever, run it on whatever speed you want to chop it up to whatever texture you want, and that's all there is to it. Little seasoning. Let's see. What am I missing here? Garlic. I need my garlic.
All this place. Hey, what's up? How are you guys
That run until I get my little soup bowls out here. Pardon me? I didn't put any black beans in. I don't have any tonight. I usually put them in, but I don't have any. So I have a little corn. So I'm going to put a little corn in there. But it's good with the black beans. Do you like black beans? I didn't know if you were asking because you did or didn't, or maybe you know. But yeah, the black beans are great in there. I'll probably get some for tomorrow, but I'm out of them for today. I'm going to go ahead and shut it off so it gets nice and hot. So you're asking about the meat. I'm going to put in some spinach. Some tortilla chips, and I'm going to put in a few little bits of corn. it up a little bit. We're done. Hot soup in a hot minute. Two cups of water and a drop of dish soap. Vitamix cleans itself. That's the other thing.
Yeah, he wasn't all about it today.